Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming to Cooking with Carlo. I am Angelo, one of the chefs here at 3B's. I'm also Carlo's oldest son. Today we're going to be making our Santorini grouper. When you're cooking at home, and everyone always feels like you don't have to be a world-class chef to make a first-class meal. So what I came up with is a dish using simple household items. So I'm going to just give you some of the ingredients that I'm using. We're going to use a fresh fillet of grouper. We're using some tempura batter. As far as the vegetables, I'm using a spring mix vegetable, which is a standard household. I mean, if you have spinach or arugula. Unfortunately, we have hardly anything in my fridge at home, and when I was going through the refrigerator, these are some of the items that I found. So I'll be using a spring mix. I'm using beets. The other ingredient I'm using is a fresh cucumber and chickpeas. I wanted to finish this dish off with some kind of sauce, and the night before, my wife had ordered or went out and brought home some gyros that she went to a local Greek restaurant, and she got these gyros. So she brought home and she had an excess amount of this tzatziki sauce, and I was like, when's the next time I'm going to use tzatziki sauce? I don't really use it on any dish that I ever made. And then again, it brought me back to this recipe that when I was overseas, that they had used a variation of this tzatziki sauce. So I'm going to incorporate that with my meal. So we're going to start off with 2 cups of tempura batter. Any store tempura batter is fine. You might want to read the ingredients and the instructions on the backside, because some of them might need a little bit more water or less water depending. For this one, it's 2 cups of tempura batter and 1.5 cups of cold water. And we're going to whisk this until it turns almost a watery but not watery batter. Now you want to make sure you whisk it good so you don't get the clumps of the tempura that was floating in there. So you want to make sure you get all the sides, scrape the sides of your bowl. We're going to sit here and, okay. Now what I have here, okay, is our filet of grouper. It's about 8 ounces, give or take. And I'm only going to use half the fillet. Okay. And we're just going to put this in the batter. We'll let it sit for a minute. We're going to move this off to the side. Okay. So now what we're doing is a simple, I like to use a non-stick pan, and I'm using a blended oil. This dish is strictly made for people that are on the run, that don't have time, and if you're having a get-together, you can make this dish literally in the 5 minutes and serve 4 people comfortably and actually impress your guests at home. Your fish doesn't need to be hot either. Again, you can have it as a salad or serve it as a main entree. We'll place our grouper. You just want to be careful that you don't burn both sides, so you want to pay attention. And now if you have a home fryers to make French fries or chicken nuggets for the kids, that would work. That's even more ideal, because you can drop the filet in there and it will cook evenly on both sides. But if you don't, simple frying pan will do. I know if my father was here, he'd be saying, I'm doing it all wrong. I'm not following his steps, but this is my easy, quick to make Now, if you want to see if your fish is cooked, you can just simply take a fork and you apply pressure on there. If you get any resistance, that means that it needs to cook a little bit longer. Or a toothpick, or even a skewer. So she's just about done. We'll place our fish right off to the side. There we go. Just be careful. I'm going to move this. So now that we've finished with our grouper and we put it off to the side, I'm going to start with the preparation for the vegetables and our topping for our grouper. So we're using a fresh cucumber. And I'm only taking part of the skin off. I mean, this is really up to you. I like to use it because it gives the dish a little color by not fully taking off all of the green and the outer skin. So I'm going to just cut up about 4 slices. Let's say about 4 slices. Almost looks like a stack of chips, as if we're in Las Vegas casino. We're going to cut these in 4, in half, and then in half again. And we're going to put that right here in our bowl. Okay. We're going to add a handful of chickpeas from our pantry. I'm going to add a little bit of kosher sea salt. Now we're going to add a little bit of lemon. We're going to get all that juice out. It's the best part. That's what gives it all its flavor. Now that bitterness of the lemon, accompanied with the sweetness of the beets and the balsamic glaze, it'll offset and gives it a distinct, strong but yet light flavor. Now we're going to get our beets. We're going to stack them the exact same way as our poker chips, our cucumbers. And we're going to cut these in 4 as well. I love the color of the beets with the green, and the chickpea gives the dish a vibrant color. Okay, we're going to just stir this up. You can use your hands or the spoon. I like to get my hands in there and get it dirty. Ideally, this would be great if you pre-made this mix so that the lemon juice can fully absorb into the cucumber and the beets. I'm going to put this off to the side. And now we're going to prepare our spring mix. Now this is very simple. Just get a small handful. About that, just about a baseball size, about a fist size of spring mix, but about half a cup worth. We're going to add just a little bit of lemon, a pinch of salt, and just a dash of olive oil. We're going to mix this, toss it. So we're going to put right in the center of the plate your spring mix. We are going to take our tempura grouper, just slide it right on top. We're going to take our our veggie mix. And now just put it right on the top. Try to get as much as you can centered on the top of the fish. Okay, and now we are going to, there we go. We're just going to add a little bit of this tzatziki, going right over the side. Don't want to cover the whole fish, just want to cover the side. And now we're going to garnish our plate. Little bit of balsamic glaze. And we'll just finish it with a little bit of sprinkled paprika. And we'll run our finger around the plate. And there you have it, our Santorini grouper. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for joining us with Cooking with Carlo, and we'll see you at the next show. Thank you.